So Gravity Zone is our security management console to manage what is called Bitdefender endpoint security tools, which is what sits on your endpoints. And Bitdefender takes a very different approach to. It's not just antivirus anymore. It's multiple security layers from machine learning, artificial intelligence to XDR, EDR, MDR, all from a single console, all with a single agent. So we're helping with the consolidation efforts, right? So if you're spending your time in a lot of different consoles, learning a lot of new things, spending a lot of budget on additional pieces, we can fix a lot of that with a single agent, single console. And Bitdefender's been around since 2001. We started patenting our technology back in 2008. We own 487. It's kind of mind-boggling. There's still a few hundred that are still pending. Important to understand also is we give away ransomware decryptors when we finally decrypt something. We don't hold on to those things and hide them from you. We publish them so that you can get your data back if a machine that wasn't running Bitdefender on it was in the environment and something happened to get on that machine, which equates to about $1.6 billion saved in not having to pay ransomware around the globe. All right, so I mentioned patenting things. Back in 2008, we started patenting machine learning, right? So we started these things to help understand what was on the machine that was beyond a signature based. Without having to identify it because it was a signature. Machine learning, artificial intelligence, behavior analysis, right? All the way up to today where we have XDR sensors and MDR and all that stuff as well for you. And some of the things that you're looking at, right? Limited visibility. How do you manage all of your endpoints from one location, all your customers from one location, and get visibility into the security events that are happening? That's the Gravity Zone console. Too many products. I have to go here. I have to install this. I have to learn that. It's all in one agent. Everything in the center circle is included at no extra cost. That includes ransomware mitigation, right? So rollback capabilities, all that stuff on out to the very outer circle where you can layer in managed services so that if you don't have the skill set, the time, or the resources to take care of those things, we will end up offloading it to our teams. We also rebuilt the way that we're going to market with these things, right? So it used to be 3 SKUs to get to EDR. We've reduced that to 1 SKU, and it's called Secure. So if you're looking at procuring it through your current distributor or whatever, hey, I'd like to get to EDR, but I don't want 3 SKUs. Can you give me the Secure bundle? Oops, I went the wrong way. And when you want to layer in manage detection response, that goes up to plus. If you want to start to get XDR sensors in there, and I'm going to get to that in a second, you go to the Secure Extra. Now we have identity and productivity, which will integrate with Office 365, for example, to do things like disable users, delete emails that are going rogue around the environments. We also have the other add-ons that you can add from email security to patching and all that stuff. So those are still there. They did not change. Now we're taking a look at EDR, right? So to get to EDR, you need our ATS, Advanced Threat Security. This is fileless attack protection, right? So these are things that earlier in the attack kill chain, we're going to stop them before they try to dump LSAS, before they try to call out to a command and control server. As soon as you click on that email, we see that behavior, we can stop that thing from going any further. We also give you tunable machine learning, right? So we're going to come in, understand your environment because you're going to whitelist and blacklist and tell us what's normal and what's not normal. And then we can take that baseline and show you just the anomalies. We'll also give you a sandbox analyzer, which is a complete forensic analysis of what something was and what it was capable of doing. Registry changes, geodata, if it's a ransomware, the ransomware node, etc. And then all those things roll into our EDR dashboard, the incidents dashboard, so you can triage, right? This is the difference between when you're talking about XDR and EDR and MDR. Two of those things you're doing, right? If you have the resources, the knowledges, and the know-how, fine. You take that amongst yourself to go investigate those incidents and take action on them. Excuse me. From in our dashboard, you can isolate the host, quarantine files, etc. When you go over to XDR, and we have that integration with the network, the identity, the cloud, and the productivity applications, that gives you the capability to do things like force user credential resets, disable users. I mentioned isolating hosts, so I can isolate that host. It's not going to go any further. Also, delete that email when it looks like it's going rogue and trying to attempt to trick people into giving away information or just running processes in the background to dump credentials, etc. Right? That's part of the XDR. But then it's a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of work you have to do. So we get that MDR layered in on top of that. So we'll perform hunts, investigations, triage alerts, give you response actions, make recommendations. This is human led, right? 365 by 24 by 365 by 7. It will give you after action reports. What did we see? What did we do? Tipper reports. Hey, we saw this out in the wild. We took a look in your environment, right? Allowing you to become the subject matter expert to your customers because we're giving you enough data to walk in there and say, this didn't happen. We got an alert that this is in the wild, and now we took the initiative to take a look in your environment. Don't worry, it wasn't there, right? So there's all kinds of stuff that does, and it's not you doing it, but we're providing you with the ability to go back to your customers with that as an SME based on what we saw in all of those things that we did. And I think I might have just saved you a couple minutes. I will be in the breakout session after, so if anybody wants to jump in, I'm happy to talk to you more about all of those things.